I'm from South Carolina. I moved out here, and they had me thinking Orange County was just the Holy Grail. Oh, you go to Orange County, they got that money in Orange County.
I'm from LA.
So, bro, I'm gonna have to take a detour real quick, put me on game about the ride, and then we'll get back on track. Don't lose your train of thought.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to the LA Rams, but
Why not? Whoa. Let's talk about this. Hold on. Sometimes you just gotta go with how you feel.
I am old enough to remember a time where it was weird to be on the internet.
My name is Trey Hatton.
This is Rob Palacio.
This is gonna be a beautiful thing for sure.
That us?
Yep. It's the start of a new beginning.
Can they see me?
They can see you. You right there. Right there, right now.
They can see me?
Right,
Hey, how you
right,
doing?
right now.
We look the same. Everybody that follows the podcast already knows.
They already know what we look like. Well, some people do. We actually have expanded a little bit. I think some people don't know.
Well, if you look at the picture, you know exactly what. Well, that's Rod, though. And I'm Trey. If you can't tell by the background.
Oh, we a little, yeah, it's a shit at CC. Well, originally I was supposed to be sitting over there, but our mic, we had microphone technical difficulties, so I had to switch mics and all that. Now use a mic that's not for podcasting in the corner that won't echo.
It's all right. We here. Man, I just, first of all, how was your morning? Before I even...
You know what? It was different. It was a little bit of a rush. You know why? Because this is a brand new setup, so I actually got up at 6. Mm-hmm. Well, I get up at 6 anyway, right? But to start my regimen typically. But this time it was to set all this up to make sure, we doing what we can. So that's where we are.
My morning was good. I slept good. Carmen ain't been sleeping at all.
About that time.
She been on. Nah, but I think it's ever since we went to the hospital.
Okay.
Like, ever since she went to chalk
mm-hmm.
and, all that stuff, she had intubated.
Mm-hmm.
And last week she got like 5 shots for like her 1-year-old shot.
Okay.
She just been, bro, she sleep like 4 hours or 3 hours and then she get up. And like, if you go back in the room, she sleeps in a separate room from us.
Okay.
If you go in the room with her and lay down with her and put her back to sleep, it don't matter how smooth you try to get up. She is literally...
She on high alert.
Like,
when you move,
she's like, "Oh, you leaving, huh? Where you going?" Every time. And so, like, last night, it was so crazy. I was sleeping so heavy last night that when she woke up, this is the second time. I thought it was the first time. Summer was like, "Can you get up and get her?" I was like, "I was going to ask you to get up and get her because I got her last night."
Right.
And Summer was like, "No. I done already got up and got her once. Like, you up, dog. Like, you next batter in. Like, next man up." And so I was like, what? So I get out of bed, and I'll be real with you. At that point, it was like 4 a.m., and I was like, I think I was very confident I was going to be able to get back in my bed. I tried to, like, put her back to sleep and get up one time, and she screamed. I went on ahead and got under the blankets in her room, bro. I just got on the blankets and went to sleep. And I do not like sleeping in her bed.
It's always that difficult choice of like, one of these days you're going to have to let her cry it out.
No, 100%.
But like, it's always hard to get to that point. And when that is happening, you're like, am I doing the right thing?
Bruh.
Is this okay?
Bruh. But I did it with Zeke.
Being mean. I don't want to be mean.
We did it with Zeke, though, when we was trying to get my son to sleep in a separate room. We did it with him, but it's different. I don't know. It's different, man.
It's your baby girl, but
it's different. Yo, I hate to say that.
It's just what I'll say it because I got a boy and a girl. It's your baby girl.
It's different with the boy. I'm like, he all right.
Yeah, he gonna to do tonight.
Yeah, I get hearing that little cry.
Yeah,
I don't know. She good, man. And Summer, she just as bad as me. So it's like, well, let's go in there and check on her.
Yeah.
Just this time.
By let's go in there and check on her, she mean you.
Yeah, nah, we honestly, we switch out at a good rate.
No, I'm just teasing.
But it also,
something, don't be mad at me.
But it also be, no, because you're right, but it also be I know she got to work at 6 a.m.
Yeah, that is the difference. Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, when you be tired,
yeah,
it's those little intermittent battles right there between you and your spouse. Like,
yeah,
we both wake up and be looking at each other like,
yeah.
I think one time we played rock, paper, scissors. Like, over, like in the morning, like, just waking up, rolled over, like,
Yeah, yeah.
just to see you going
I
together.
mean, for me, just a couple of nights ago, I don't know what it was, man. It was 6 a.m, and my body said no. This was like, you're not getting up. You don't like, you're off. And I was like feeling a little dizzy and whatever. And I looked at Jen, and this was her one day that she got to sleep in, kind of, right? And I always get up. I get up at 6. I make sure my son is good. The house is starting to, get where it's going. Everybody's doing what they're doing. I just always start my morning at 6. This is the one morning I just couldn't do it. So I looked at Jen. I go, hey, I need you to make sure Nate's good. And she looked at me and she was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't feel well. And she was like, this was the morning I was going to sleep in tonight, or this morning.
She said that?
Yeah, at first. And then I was like, and she was like, I got it. But I understood what she meant. I wasn't even mad. I was mad, but I wasn't mad.
Yeah, because in her head, she had her morning planned out.
Right. And
you tell her with this mystery box.
And it's the one time she get to sleep in, right?
Yeah.
Which, that happens every week, right? That she has that one day or whatever. But specifically, that day, she wanted that day. And I can understand that. And she planned for that morning to be that way. It's not like I planned and not feel
good. Yep.
So I was like, I need you to tag in. She did. She handled it. But
I'm understanding that on a whole nother level right now. Because yesterday, I had planned just to relax. I had already made chili, cornbread. Like, I had the house smelling fragrant. Like, I had dinner done at 3.
Okay.
Like, as soon as the kids got home, I got to work at 5. I went and got the kids. As soon as he got home, I was like, you get in the shower. I gave Carmen a bath. I changed my wife. She like, I had the worst day ever. I'm like, all right, we're going to have to audible this thing out right now. But it sounds like you need some extra TLC. You know what I mean? So I feel that, like, with the curveball, that's marriage, though.
That's marriage. That's life. We're supposed to live life together with somebody, for sure.
You make those decisions in the moment, right? Regardless of what you got planned.
It's hard not to take those things personally sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're a human, too, and you're like, I've had a go of it today. Like, I don't want to hear about your day right now. I love you, though. But you can't say that.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
But that's a real response.
Yeah.
But that's when you got to be able to talk to yourself and go, nah, we good.
Yeah.
Like, everything.
Right.
It ain't that deep.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think I was listening to somebody say this. You got to be able to clock out of your life sometimes. So from work to home, to, exercise, to being a husband, to being a father, those are all different people. And honestly, it sounds crazy. You really got to be able to switch in between the very rapidly.
You can't carry everything because it's just going to feel like a bit much.
Yep.
You have to say, okay, I worked out really hard, but that's separate from me having to go feed these kids right now. That's separate from my downtime. That's separate from work. But it's really hard, and it sounds stupid. I know somebody's watching this podcast right now going, well, how the fuck am I supposed to do that?
Lock in.
You got to lock in.
Tighten up.
You're going to have to do it. It's difficult.
We did not plan for this to be a podcast about life, but I got to get this out. The moment I realized that everything was 110, like you got to do everything 110%.
Yeah.
Being a husband, being a father, being an employee, doing your personal interests, like whatever your personal interest is, you got to do 110, and you got to put it all together.
Yep.
And let me tell you,
I don't know what that I can't add that far, but that's a big number.
But you gonna be tired. Let me tell you, you gonna be tired, bro.
Right.
But that's why it's so important. I think for me now, I just been better these last few weeks with, the drinking and the, having a cocktail in the evening. I've been really good about not doing that.
Okay.
And I just been, even now, every time you've been recording, what I've been doing.
Yeah.
My little water, my little lukewarm water, and just taking care of yourself. And you got to figure out what it is your body needs.
Right.
I think a lot of people don't understand what their body needs to run efficiently all the time.
Well, you don't think about efficiency because, like, it's very easy to get addicted to pleasure, right?
Come on now.
We become gluttonous sometimes of just things that we love, right? And that could be food, that could be sex, that could be, your entertainment. It could be whatever, right? Like pick your vice. That's why people be like, what's your vice, right? Mm-hmm. We all have one. How much we partake in that is, your mileage may vary. So I'm proud of you for doing that. Like, that's actually something I'm working on myself right now. I just recommitted myself to a few things.
A big commitment.
Yeah, well, I wanted to be, I wanted to be very out there with it because I just told Jen, I said, I'm always a big moment kind of person, and what I mean by that is I think I get to a point where I'm like, okay, if no one is watching me, no one's looking, just kind of, I check out. Sometimes I check out. I don't worry about it, right? But when I know, like, this is your time, you need to perform, you need to do what you need to do, I always come in clutch. So I said, well, what can I do for myself to make that a thing? I said, well, do it publicly. Let people see so that if you don't do it, you fail publicly and somebody's going to, I have the kind of friends, at least someone's going to call me out. They're going to be like, what happened with that thing? Why are you not doing it?
100%.
Right? So I did it for me, like no other reason. If I inspire somebody else and someone joins me or they do their own version of it or whatever, or they just go, I can do it too, that's great. But I did it for me. Like I just want to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable. I'm going to use social media my way. That's what that is.
I want to ask you though, what's the end goal? Like weight. Do you have like a set?
I want to get inside. I want to get, I want to get inside the 220s. It's been a very long time.
You're not far from that though.
Well, when I tore my Achilles, I went down to 237.
Yeah.
Right. So I wasn't that far from it, whatever. And that whole next year, I stayed in that ballpark between 237, 242, somewhere in there. And, I just, like, the truth of the matter is I never got back to what I was doing fully. I never did. I didn't play basketball as much. I was half-assing it, even when I went out there, like, to run or to play basketball or long distance walking. I was kind of always cutting it a little short because I didn't like how my foot felt. My foot felt weird, right? I still had that knot in my foot. I still didn't have full motion. It's still, I would get home and it'd be a little swollen. It was just always a little weird. And every time I walked anywhere far, I was reminded of my limitation, right? So I did what I could, I thought, and I didn't push through. Like, I'm also like, it kind of broke me, right? Because I was always that person that would push myself really, really far. And when I did, losing that weight, getting back on the basketball court, I was feeling, the day I tore my Achilles, I was feeling the best I had felt in years.
Yeah.
People were commenting on how fast I was moving. They're like, oh my God, Rob's out there. What, Rob? I mean, bro, I was all over the place.
I know. You was in the zone.
I was in the zone and snap. You couldn't have said, did you feel off? Did your leg feel gimpy? Anything? Nope. I felt the best I ever felt. And that was probably the problem, right? But because I felt better than I should.
I feel you.
Right? So I don't know. But the thing is, it made me think, okay, you're a gentleman in your 40s now and you don't get paid for this shit. And that downtime, having to go through that surgery, the cost of everything, what it did to my family. At that time, my dog was in our family for 3 weeks, right? And even he went through it because he was attached to me and only me at the time. It was hard. That whole next 9 months was hard, right? So I was like, I can't do that again. So every time I get out there and I'm moving around, I'm like, you gonna get hurt again? In my head. It's nothing's wrong with my foot. In my head. And I'm like, you can't do that. Maybe I'll never go out there and play a full game of basketball like I used to way back in the day. But I can exercise. And I'm healthy enough to move around and I can go full tilt without an issue.
You'll get back there.
And it's time to do it. It's time to do it. It's time to go out there and sweat and,
and feel it.
And feel it because honestly, that I felt good. I felt good. And I want to get back to that. So I said, how can I push myself? And that was to go out there publicly and, just announce it.
But that was dope.
Thank you.
It caught me off guard.
I didn't tell nobody. I just put it out there.
I was like, doing my thing. I done got home, relaxed a little bit. Actually, I think I was at work. I'm pretty sure I was training.
Okay.
Because you had posted it kind of early.
Yeah.
You posted at like 11 yesterday.
I think so, yeah. And
I was like, what? Okay. I was training and I had to stop and look at my phone because I have you as I have notifications on.
Okay.
For
whenever I post.
For both. Okay. For RTB.
And my personal, okay.
And so when it popped up on my feed, I'm like, okay, let me see what he got going on.
Right.
And I seen it was a video. I was like, oh, snap, bro. Yeah. Like, more power to you, bro. I think that's what's going to help us come into a whole new, even with this. Mm-hmm. I think me and you just doing what we need to do and doing what we're supposed to do. Yeah. Is going to open our eyes to new things. I told you, my brother always say, sometimes your mind just not ready for what's going on around you because you haven't leveled up. My brother always say that. Your brain just need time. It's almost like a software update on computer, right? Right. After a while, the computer start running slower. You know what I mean? It's not moving as quickly as it did, so you got to update it. Sometimes you just need an update, bro. Mm-hmm. You just need an update.
It's time. It's time, and I wanted to be honest, man, because I was like, we had goals, especially like our wedding, because we had, 8 months to plan our wedding. I had a goal. I fell short. You know what I mean? Honestly, like my goal was to be 10 to 15 pounds lighter than what I was. Mm-hmm. I didn't hit that goal. So, I felt good. I felt I looked okay.
You looked light when you did that dip.
But
you looked light. You looked light when you picked it up.
Hey,
felt like
that was a good moment.
Felt strong.
I think that was adrenaline at the time.
Yeah.
But it was
what you want.
Yeah, it was good. But you know what? I got to be honest about it. I didn't hit my goal, right? And that was because I wasn't out there with it. So I'm just going back to form, and just gonna do everything the way I do everything else when it comes to like this podcast. I'm very out there with it. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna do that too. So we'll see what happens.
Man, I think the hardest part is just the consistency, though, bro. Yeah, it's the every week, like even this week, like I've been good, but like I can feel myself kind of like swaying out the tracks, and I'm trying to get it. Yeah, I'm trying to get back on.
Right,
because you know about that locked in phase.
Right,
you going hard. You chasing that dragon every day. You know what you want out of life, and then like you get that thought that creep in, like been getting it. You deserve a little bit of time. Maybe, enjoy some time with your wife.
Yeah.
Have a drink. What? All that stuff starts to creep in. And I hate to say it, but as David Goggins would say, it's so hard to stay hard. Like, it is, bro. Like, that is the secret right there, right? Staying locked in as long as possible until you meet your goal. But then, like, I'm on the other side, and I'm playing devil's advocate right now. It's like, but you do need checks and balances, though. Mm-hmm. And that's where I struggle. Because once I do my little checks and balances, then I go into this little downward slope where I'm like, at least I worked out. If I work out, I can still have fun, right? You know what I mean?
You say you justify it the other way?
You feel me? Like, instead of... And so,
you don't think that's okay sometimes? Like, to say I've worked really hard and use that as a reward, like, when applicable, and, like, get back to the grind?
But that's what I'm saying. I don't.
You don't? Okay.
I don't.
I see what you're saying.
And, like, I done did it so much, and I'm just like, I'm just going to stay like this. And everybody might not be like that. Like, trust me. Some of y'all out there, you probably can fluctuate, do your checks and balances, have one drink, right? 2 drinks a week, and do your thing. I can't do that.
Is that where you want to be, though?
What you mean?
Like, to be able to say...
Nah.
No?
I think I'm the type of cat that's just probably going to have to stay locked in for the rest of his life.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I haven't even done caffeine. You put me on the decaf.
Yeah.
I ain't even did decaf. I let the caffeine go all together.
Okay.
Like, I ain't had caffeine in 3 weeks. No coffee, no nothing.
Okay.
And, bro, I feel amazing. But I think this just me. I don't know when I started drinking coffee.
Right.
But I guess it might have messed me up in my brain somehow. But I'm off the coffee again. I'm just on water.
Okay.
I feel fantastic, bro. I go to bed.
Yeah.
Make sure I drink my water. Wake up. First thing I do, after I brush my teeth, wash my face, I down a glass of water.
Good for you.
And I just go. Like, I just feel better. I don't know. I can't explain it.
Right. So I think it's a good thing you're saying that, because that's so different from, I know some people, including myself, like, for me to stay consistent, what I do is, see, what a lot of people tend to do is you go, I'm gonna stay consistent. I need to do this for me. And then you isolate yourself. Some of us, we really strive doing that, being by ourselves, being on our own island and lock in or whatever. Some of us will lock in for a while and slowly drift away because no one's watching when you're isolated, right? That's my issue. I'll get locked in for a while and I'll get possessed by what I'm doing. I'm a doer, right?
That's with everything with you.
Yeah. But then at some point, like, the pressure won't, I'll wake up one morning and the pressure won't be there. And then I'll just, it's not that I'll stop doing it on purpose. I'll just go find a different mountain to climb.
You explain that very well. I'm
Right.
not gonna lie, 'cause that's I be on the same way.
Yeah.
Like, I feel that.
I will find a different mountain to climb, and then I forget, like, oh, that was your goal and you didn't finish it, but because no one was paying attention or you didn't feel the pressure,
you went to something else.
It's like I get in a helicopter and go to another mountain in the middle of the other mountain. Right? And rather than finish the mountain. That's what I came to do, right? So to keep myself there, what I do is, again, I energize myself by making sure everything is outward. Someone's going to see me. Someone's going to see me walking. Someone's going to see me exercising. Someone's going to know. I don't care if it's my wife. And she'd be like, hey, I thought you were going to work out today.
Ooh.
Right? Like, I would get that from even the kids sometimes. They go, oh, daddy, you just sitting around the house. Like, like, kind of like not sitting around the house, but they see me in the house at a time when they know usually I'm out. And they go, you didn't go walk today, daddy? I'm like, no.
Kids too honest sometimes, aren't they?
But you need that.
They too honest.
You need that.
Why aren't you working out, Dad?
Right.
Why are you eating that,
right.
Dad?
Right.
Get out of my face.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. I know. I'm not even concerned about, I don't need every day to be perfect. I don't need every day to, I'm still going to have my days where I'm going to enjoy. Like I said in the post, like, Thanksgiving's going down. I'm not avoiding that. That's okay. I'm going to take that one day. I'm going to enjoy it. All the other days in between is going to be work. And I'm probably going to take a Saturday here and there, go to the wineries with my wife, whatever it's going to be, and slowly build. I don't need to be perfect day one. I need to create structure and create that environment that's going to keep that pressure on, whether I want it or not. Because some days I'm going to wake up and I'm not going to want it, but I'm going to answer it every time I feel it.
That's a bar. Come on now. That's a bar. You talking today.
That's what
I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, so we didn't mean to give y'all that whole motivational wake up, right?
Yes, we did.
We actually here to celebrate the growth of this podcast, right? So me and Rob were talking yesterday, and I was like, man, let's just do a recap, right?
Inside of a year,
right?
We started in February, late February, right? Super Bowl.
Yes, it is November 20th now. We are now 10 months?
Yes.
10 months in, right? We are 10 months into this thing, and so I just kind of jotted down a few things, but I can say a lot of it off the top of my head.
Okay. I'm going to the podcast site right now.
I'm just going episode 1. Like
episode 1, February 19th.
So, and it's November 20th. So we're right at exactly with 10 months.
Wow.
10 months exactly. So check it out.
We didn't plan that, by the way.
No. So check it out. I remember the first episode like it was yesterday. Carmen was literally, she's already one down, but man, the time though for, wow.
Let me see. The first episode.
She's 5 months now.
Yeah.
She was 5 months at the time.
She was 5 months at the time.
So I remember I had her in the sling and Ross said, hey, you got AirPods. Let's go ahead and record. No matter what, let's record today. So, for all purposes.
Wait, are you talking about the first episode or are you talking about what turned into the.
No, the very first episode.
Okay.
No. I'm talking about the day before we recorded. He's like, I want to make it super tangible before you do. Just get on, right? Put your AirPods in. We're going to do it from the phone. Well, did we try to do Zoom or something happened and we ended up recording. You recorded me from the audio from my iPhone.
Okay.
And I had AirPods in. And I just remember thinking, this is going great. Like, I just remember it was my first time doing a podcast, and I was thinking it was going great, right? So let me preface it. Like, I thought it was going great.
Okay.
Carmen's in the background, like every 6 or 7 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not that loud.
Right.
To me, it was not that loud. You know what I mean? So we get done, we record a podcast. Rod immediately texts me and says, bro, great job. You know, I'm proud of you. Because before that, if y'all didn't know, and I hope you don't mind me telling this, we had recorded, but it wasn't long enough. And so that recording ended up being the intro that you guys hear now.
Well, it was also terrible.
Yeah.
So it was also terrible. We weren't ready, but
that ended up being
the intro.
That intro, right? That episode.
Yeah.
Man, you never tell no lies. You know, I went back and I listened to a lot of episodes. And so, you know, Rod's telling me, like, you did great. You know, trying to keep me, you know, motivated and in it. Like, oh, yeah, we did a thing. Like, we're going to keep this going. Man, I went back and listened to that podcast yesterday.
You laughing at it now?
Laughing, bro. I sound like I'm in a winning tunnel.
That's the thing about recording, man. Like you'll go back and you go, oh my God, run circles around me now,
bruh. Just even how we talk.
Yeah.
Like I think I might have said like every 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was I saying, bruh?
Yeah.
Going back and listening to that podcast is funny. Now, don't get me wrong. We still was dropping gems.
Mm-hmm.
But the audio, moving around, I was closing doors in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And so, man, I want to say thank you. It's just nostalgia for even, you know, wanting to get it off the ground and get us here today. And thank you. Shout out to you. If you've been listening to this podcast since episode 1, you know the growth. You done heard the growth. We appreciate y'all. Because, man, that was some mess.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. That, like, my mindset, once again.
But I told you, it was like day one's going to be different from wherever we get.
Oh, my God. It's way different.
Yeah.
And even this, you know, you said before we got on, once again, this ain't even where we want to be.
Yeah.
You know, video wise.
Yeah.
You know, we but it's always growing. You know, that's the point I want to get across. We're always growing, always pushing the envelope, but it's just so crazy. I want y'all, please, if you watch this video and you're new and you just want it to, you know, you're a visual person, right? And now that we're on camera, you feel like you can lock in more, right? You feel like you can.
Yeah, we definitely want to hear what people are thinking out there for sure.
You know what I mean? So now you see us. I want you to go back and listen to episode 1.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Let them stay where we at.
I know.
They better say episode 30.
I know, but it's going to listen. It's going to make them appreciate that much more.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And there were some gems. There were some true gems in there and some milestones. And to be honest with you, like, are we bearing our soul right now?
No, like, go ahead.
No, like, you do something and you're like, okay, this is fun, right? And I think I see potential. But then you kind of wake up and you look around and you go,
ooh,
are we really going to get there?
It's like a long night of drinking.
Right. Are we really going to get there? Like, I know I'm hanging out with the homie and we want this, but like, do we have what it takes? Because that was a little rough, or like there's a lot to grow. And I think it was right around, and you might be surprised about this, but like, I think it was right around Nikki Sorrell, the interview, you know, that I thought we got something.
We cooking.
Yeah. Like we really, I mean, I probably thought it a little bit before that because the Bill Cooper interview was fun too, but I kind of was all in at that point because then I knew at that point you and I had built a little bit of chemistry. We knew what we were doing. Nikki was such an amazing interview, easy to talk to. So I said, okay, so if we get somebody that has a personality and is going to talk, this is going to crack, right? Because and that was just so fun. And the way you were asking questions, that was the first time I think I didn't walk you through the pre-interview of like where we wanted to go. And I just let you do you and you really took off on your own. So I said, okay, I don't have to carry it.
Yep.
Right. I can let Trevay cook and then we'll just grow.
Bro, because it was just.
Yeah.
It was so, I was always questioning myself.
Yeah.
In the whole thing. And bro, once again, thank you again for being patient.
I mean, we both wanted it, man. We both wanted it, and I think it shows.
Yeah, man, because I was ready to go. I think even with the Chef Rosie interview.
Oh, at that point, I was like, we're doing this the rest of our lives.
Oh, bro, when we got the Chef Rosie, though, but even that recording, I was like, we cooking now.
Yeah.
Like, it was, well, we were locked in. I ain't lying to you. That interview was probably as far as a duo.
Yeah.
One of my favorite recordings.
That was one of my favorites. Just, and, and I was, Chef Rosie and all the folks at Lady R that was there.
Yep.
And,
helping us out.
Yeah, obviously Chris. Mm-hmm. They're really great, right? And they made us feel comfortable in that space. And I wish that was a video recording. That was like the birth of like, we need to get on video.
Y'all coming back on video.
Right. So we gotta go back.
Yeah.
Now that we have this. So I mean, there's a few different people I would like to revisit. Actually, all of our guests I would.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. We gotta double back on everybody.
Yeah.
And not even just talk about something new and different.
Yeah.
And maybe we can bring a topic on whatever we decide to do.
Right.
It's our podcast. Whatever we decide to do, but just bring them back.
Yeah.
Show them people their faith. Let them see how they move.
Well, it's just more. It's more of an experience when you have video. And, even for us, I noticed that it's just a little different. Like this vibe is a little different, and I kind of like it. So,
I love it.
Yeah,
bruh. This is it right here. This is when you vision. When we put it up with me and you first, we'll sit at that bar and mess around, and we joked about the idea a little bit. This is what you see.
Yeah.
But what we started with.
This is where funny. This is where I wanted to start.
Yeah. Same. But
this is where I wanted to start. But you got to get there.
We are a living testament. It takes time. It takes time. Took what 10 months?
10 months
to the date.
10 months. 30. This will be episode 33.
10 months to the date.
Yep.
It just takes time, bro.
Yeah. And you were telling me off mic that you think you said episode 50 would be on.
We'll be on camera.
On camera.
I'm pretty sure we were on the phone. It was after I had got my new mic, that Shure mic. You got me.
Okay.
That Shure mic. You got me. Well, you had went and picked it up for me at Best Buy.
Right.
And I remember that recording, and it was episode 7. Episode 7 was the first.
Oh, that's right. Because at that point, the mics were sounding. Your mic was sounding kind of
terrible,
interesting, and then you had got a couple comments from some friends.
Bro, terrible, bro. My brother was like,
"What did you say?" One of your friends said, he was like, "Oh yeah, your friend me." He was like, "He sound like he in the car with me."
Bro, my brother. That's what my brother said. So that was my brother. Shout out my brother Mark, man. I know he's probably listening to this. Thank you, Jim, for always tuning in. He was like, "Oh yeah, Raw." Oh, yeah, it sounded like he was sitting right next to me. Like, we was having a conversation.
Right.
Sound like you was running through a tunnel. So I was like, all right.
We had to change that quick.
So I was like, all right, that's not good.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm telling you, I'll bring it back, man. You worked with me, through it all. And it was full transparency. I don't think Ra ever put no pressure on me. That's why it took so long. So I appreciate you, bro.
You got to go through your growth, like your own growth. Like it is what it is, right? And it's great to see somebody come into their own. So, and that's what I wanted. I wanted that. It can't be forced, because then you end up doing something you don't want to do, and maybe you don't grow. But if you find who Treve is, and how you want to do it, and you do that on your own,
I'm cooking.
Yeah, because now you feel like an owner of what you do.
Yep.
Right. So
no, it's nothing better than personal growth.
There's nothing better than personal.
And like we talking, we're having a good time. We got a camera now, but man, it took a lot of growth. Like that's probably gonna be the word of the day for y'all today.
Probably.
Y'all can write it down, put it on the wall if you need to. But growth is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a real thing, bro.
It's interesting. I'm just kind of, as we talk about this, and I don't know, like, we didn't format this episode to be based on this, but when the symmetry is there, February 19th, we're recording on November 20th, and then we had an upgrade on that episode, 30 some odd episodes in. I'm like, oh man, And I woke up that morning, and I just said, it's time. It's time. And I was looking at certain things and I said, today's the day. That's why I told you, like, we're not going to talk about it. It's just going to happen. You're just going to walk into this.
Just go. I think that was one of the best. And I'm real talk.
Merry Christmas.
That was that was the best thing you could have done for me.
Yeah.
Because I would have tiptoed around it. Like, I just know me. I would have tiptoed around it as long as I could. As long as I could, bro.
Well, I figured if we're going to get hit by, a meteorite in space.
Don't start.
The aliens going to come visit.
Is there any update on that?
I don't know. I ain't heard from it. That's why I brought it up just now. Because I don't even think we're talking about it anymore.
Okay, so it was nothing.
We talking about the Epstein files again, I think.
Man,
I'm not sure.
Man, please. Them things ain't getting released. I ain't even about to entertain them Epstein files. The Epstein files ain't coming out, man. We might well let that go. Everybody on them Epstein files.
But now it's like a popular thing.
No, I'm talking about everybody we know.
Oh, it's on the file? Yeah.
Everybody on the file, what?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
so
I wouldn't be surprised if Bill Gates on the file, boy.
Yes, they were no friends.
But
so apparently that's part of the reason why his wife left him.
For real?
That's what I heard. I don't know.
Come on, Bill. Now I can't eat. What kind of computer I'm gonna use now?
I mean, I don't know. Bill kind of strange anyway with his fake meat. I'm cool.
Fake meat? What you mind? He vegan?
No, he no, I wish it was his vegan. He actually is like making fake meat. Like, I think Italy already
well, it's vegan meat or
no, it's not vegan like substitute meat. It's fake.
It's like science meat.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Science meat. I got real country again. Science meat.
Science meat, yeah. Yep.
All right, Bill. Come on, stick to computers now.
He doing too much. I'm good.
Stick to computer. All right? Do what you do. Like, we talk. You make Microsoft and do all that.
Nah, I think he done with that.
Is he?
I think.
I ain't got no life update. You know I don't be doing looking around.
Yeah.
So he's just on the fake meat.
That's what he do. Apparently he owns a ton of farms.
We gonna talk about that. I gotta do some more research on that.
Yeah.
That's crazy work.
Yeah. Yeah. And in fact, yeah, we should talk about that. And why only Italy was the only place that said no so far.
To the fake meat.
Yeah. They like outlawed it.
Well, no, don't surprise me about, I hate to say it, about America, us as a country.
Right.
Nothing surprises me, and I'm gonna tell you why. We've been giving each other dye. We've been eating and drinking all this dye.
That's true. That's true. So I actually saw a post. It almost made me cry because, like, it realized how far the world has come since my childhood.
Bro.
Like, I'm only 43, bro. It's not that long.
It was killing folks 30 years ago.
Right? But no. You went a little too deep.
I'm serious. We have always been straightforward on this podcast. It was killing folks 30 years ago. We loved it.
They were.
America was happy.
They were. I'm talking about Gatorade. You talking about killing folks.
Yep.
No, like, I saw this post about just how things had simple ingredients. So they showed the Apple Jacks ingredients from 1995
I saw that
and what it is now.
It's a long list like this.
Right. But then when I saw Gatorade, and even I forgot it looked like that. Like, Gatorade actually did not look appetizing.
It came in a glass bottle.
It looked like pee in a glass.
Yep.
Right? Now it looked like some delicious-ass lemonade.
But it's worse for you now.
It's worse. Well, it's got all kind of chemicals in it now, right?
You know why?
And, like, a hundred other things. Yeah. Like, I don't know what they're doing.
It's preserving your stomach.
But, like, what I'm saying is that change happened, and we didn't question it. We never saw the new version on the shelf and was like, what happened to the old one?
Nah, because they gave us new color. What they got was the color is blue
and
red.
Yeah, they used advertisement to kind of...
It's not pea water no more.
Just, throw it in there.
Man, please. I don't drink no Gatorade. We don't drink Gatorade in my house. We don't drink no water. We drink agua, filtered water. That's it. Sometimes we have a little Coke, a little Sprite. I'll be real with y'all. Coke is, that's America.
Yeah.
You got to have a Coke.
Yeah. I think, my dad used to say it all the time.
And it burn your insides up.
If you how does he say it? He says, pretty much to express caution, like, if overconsumption of anything is bad for you. Moderation, right? So if you have alcohol a little bit, if you're going to have soda a little bit, food a little bit, like, anytime you overdo anything is bad for you, including water.
You ain't gonna take my water away from me. You already took my top.
Jump in the ocean and swallow. See what
with
happens.
That water right there.
Jump in the pool and swallow.
And unfortunately, this is our topic. Unfortunately, I can't help but for some reason, I always get a mouthful of salt water every time I'm swimming, and that's because I'm a mouth breather when I'm doing my.
You can't be doing all that,
bruh. I'm about to die. They be like, "You all right? I got you more water. I'm about to die."
Oh
I'm talking about, bruh. Enough of that. All right. Back to the growth of this podcast.
You're going to get strep throat from a fish.
You feel me? So episode 2, 7 minutes in, and this first story with me today. I got times and everything for y'all today. You can go back and listen to episode 2.
Okay.
What's the title of that one?
Not Like Us.
They Not Like Us. We were talking about our morning routine, and you said, don't start your day off in chaos. And that's what I've been living by. It's funny because we're exactly 10 months and we've grown, but also the things that we preach about, I'm happy to be able to say that we're practicing those things actively in our lives right now.
Yeah. We try to, at least.
Try to, right?
Yeah.
Not always perfect. But you said don't start to death in chaos. You said that I always tell my kids, give yourself enough time in the morning. Get up, walk to the bathroom casually, use the bathroom casually, take a shower casually, eat breakfast casually. Don't start your day off in a rush. And honestly, but that's been the biggest game changer for me. And that's why I feel like I don't need coffee. Because when I'm doing everything, so...
Just sense the tempo for your day.
Oh, yeah. And when I'm ready to hype it up, I'm already crazy. I'm already ready to jump off a building regardless. So if I start my day out smooth and I don't feel like, and you know what I don't experience? Burnout. Like I still get tired, but I don't experience that crash. No. I feel like I can go all day long. And you know, most of my day is yelling at kids. A big part of my day is yelling at, whether it's my Zeke practice or the after school program I do, Pure Joy. Most of my day is like, get over there. And bro, I still be able to go home, make sure we good, make sure the kids get showered, what we doing for dinner, talk to my wife. Like, bro, and so, you know, just going back to the episode, you know, from episode 2, which was fire for me, moving along. Episode 3, make a different mistake. I can go on that's probably the episode we had the most slogans on. I took so many notes about the episode.
Really?
You was cooking that day. Once again, something you tell your kids, a lot of stuff we put on a podcast and stuff you tell the kids. Well,
that's because it's not about me talking to the kids. It's about just things that I learned in life for myself that I still...
You pass on?
Yeah. That, you know, I mean, my life is kind of built on that. You know, I took everybody as an example, you know, whether it was my dad or my cousins, because, you know, for me, my friend group, I was always the baby. So I would watch my friends get in trouble with women or, you know, whatever.
I'm good on that.
You know, and I go, okay, don't do it like that.
Yeah.
Because then they show up to your job. I'm like, that's a real life example. That's a real life example.
I saw you with FD last night.
Whatever, just pulling up to the job. I'm like, wait, why does she know where you work? You know, and he'd have very little explanation and worried about if he's going to get fired or not, you know. So I was like, okay, so don't do that. Probably be a little more honest. Don't do that.
Detour, please.
Right. So, like, you know, you just kind of learn your different lessons. So I said, okay, I'd be stupid knowing that and it would happen on the day where I'm at work with him because I'm waiting on him. And then somebody pull up, and then there's a really crazy exchange, and the boss come downstairs, and so I'm like, okay, well, I'd be stupid to have that happen to me because I just saw it play out. Make a different mistake.
But you got to be pissed off to go to somebody's job, though.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just patient enough to wait till they get back at my.
You can't even wait till I get home. You can't call.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't know.
But then the disrespect of whatever he did.
Right.
I don't know. I ain't going to say nothing.
I don't know.
I ain't never had that kind of rage. I just ain't never had that kind of rage.
I don't got that kind of time.
make a different mistake. See what I'm saying? You see how I so answer the question for myself?
Right.
Be better. And what's crazy is you the oldest. You're the oldest sibling, right?
Yeah, I'm the oldest sibling.
So it's funny that you say you were the youngest in your friend group and you watch people, because I'm the youngest sibling, and I watched my older siblings and what they were doing.
Right.
And learn from that.
Okay.
I would think that as the oldest, you were the one that was having to, like, making the mistakes.
Yeah.
But hearing you say, like, nah, I was sitting back watching other people.
Nah, I was treating those people like my brother, like my older brothers. Like, even my uncle was a good example. But like I think that's where I learned my honesty from, because my uncle was really honest. He would like come to me and he would tell me, he was like, look,
for what it is,
I did this, probably shouldn't have did that, and now I'm paying the price for it. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, lock in.
Like, he would tell me, like, especially when it came to women, he would tell me directly. So I really appreciated that. Like, he was telling me a little before my time.
About to say, what age? Do you mind?
I would say the first time I kind of had that sit down, I might have been 13, 14.
I still think that's age appropriate.
So he knew I was like on the cusp of like starting to really like talk to girls and stuff like that. But there'll be times like, let me see, what can I say to still protect the guilty? He picked me up one day. He was like, hey, nephew, get in the car. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, where we go? He's like, going to the house real quick. Right. So we go to the house because, you know, like his ex is waiting on him there, whatever.
You're already too far.
And like he needed me to clear something up. Yeah. So I'll leave it like that.
Alibi, baby.
Yeah. And so we got through that situation and whatever.
Oh, you was homies for life.
Yeah. He just was like, look, like, and he didn't have me do anything shifty per se.
Shout out to all the real ones.
You know, but it was one of those things where, you know, it was a lesson. And I think because he needed me, he had to also explain himself and whatever. So, you know, and I just kind of learned, like, okay, like, don't do that. That doesn't work out very well. That come back to bite you. You know what I mean?
Get you. Oh, that's dope, man.
So that's a life mantra. I still try to practice it.
So 13. So you think that's okay? Do you think you're able to be? Do you think men are able to be honest with their sons at today's age like that? With I'm just saying, with everything going on,
I think he'd be way more honest now, because the cat's out the bag with the internet and all that. Like, kids are, I mean.
So you think they're getting in too soon?
They're getting in too soon now, for sure. Like,
that's what I wanted to see. I'm just curious. Yeah. I think so too.
I'm trying to like.
But I think it's not. I think they're getting it and they're not processing it correctly, is what I'm saying.
Well, you can't. You're too young. That's why we used to keep certain things, right, away from kids at a certain age. But, you know, when the cat's out the bag, what do you do, right? Every kid owns a phone. Like, my son was just telling me the other day, you know, like, a lot of kids are trying to like make fun of him because he don't got a smartphone, right? So my son is 12 and everybody else got smartphones, and they like, when'd you get your phone? When'd you get that phone? Whatever. And he's like, you know, I got this little flip phone or whatever.
Don't buy into the hype.
I'm like, I don't care who laughing at you. You ain't getting no smartphone right now.
Yep.
Like, you have to wait.
He been aware.
You know,
aware like you better.
So he good. He's like, he good, but you know, even if he wasn't, that's all he gonna get.
You know what he can do? What they can't do on that flip phone?
Close it
and hang up.
He can flip it
when they on the phone. What you say?
Yeah,
be quiet.
But as a result, I got a 12-year-old that's not attached to a phone, right? 100%. So that's important to me over anything. So
that's an uphill battle.
Yeah, and at some point, that's the way the world is going to go. You're going to have to teach your kid internet, phone etiquette, social media etiquette.
Oh, you don't.
Whatever. At some point, you do.
Now, but it's a requirement, though, is what I'm saying. Or you're saying etiquette.
Yeah, like how they need to behave with using that stuff. That's Absolutely. What I mean. Yeah.
I'm about to say my son already for some reason think he know how to work a computer better than me. Like, I'm not even being funny. And to our older crowd, I'm not talking junk, but I'm 28. Like, my boy, I'm a part of this technology as just as much as you is. Like, right. You don't know how to work a computer better than me.
Yeah. You the first one of growing up with it.
That's what I'm saying. But he thinking he would. Yesterday we were playing Geometry Dash.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just hanging out with my son.
Yeah. What's interesting being a millennial is I literally had at this point half my life with the internet, half of it without.
And like, bro, that's what I'm saying. But you still very technologically savvy.
Yeah.
But I also know a lot of 40-year-olds who went the opposite way.
And it's very easy.
You know what I mean?
Go the opposite way, because it wasn't like being 43, right? Like the exact experience is like, I didn't have my first cell phone until I was 18, 19, right? I had used the internet by the time I was in high school because of the computers in school. I think we had a computer with the internet probably when I was like 17, but that wasn't common. Like, web pages were super simple. There were very few videos or anything like that. Like, you would like go on a website for rap lyrics or like a recipe and just read, right? So if you already weren't an avid reader, you're probably not on the internet. That's why I used to be like, internet's for nerds, right? It was really nothing. There was no YouTube yet, no MySpace, no nothing, right? So it wasn't until I hit about 24, 25, all of a sudden, Facebook's popping up, MySpace is popping up, YouTube had just took off. YouTube was young. They still didn't really know about YouTube. Like, that's how different. I was already 24, 25 before the world was like really like the internet, smartphones, all that. Like, phone packages were like, what was it? Don't call me until 7:00 because that's when my minutes were free.
No, I love the minutes.
Right? Like, that was one of those things. Now it's like, I can call, if you got an iPhone and you in Japan, I can still call you. It's all the same charge. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even that bad, right?
And what's crazy is it hasn't even been,
or text you at least,
but it hasn't been 2 decades since that time, though.
Right?
Is what I'm saying. We didn't live in that time frame.
It picked up exponentially. Like, once I hit 25, it just was.
That's what I'm saying.
It took off and it got crazy real fast. So that's what I'm saying. Like, for us, I have friends who went the other way. They're like, no, like they still to this day don't have a Facebook, or anything. They don't really get on YouTube unless someone sends them a link. Like, look at that. They don't have a profile.
With the way this world going,
you got to call them or go catch them in the streets. That's how you find them.
Better take some classes. Everything about to be tech.
Yeah, now everything is, right? Like, even my kids, like, I can't, in the last 2 years, I have not seen my kids write anything down on a piece of paper. All their homework is in a laptop, in a school issued laptop.
I'm trying, and I think it's
and it frustrates the fuck out of me. I was watching my daughter do math yesterday because she was trying to explain something to me, and I was like, "Where's your paper?" And she was like, "I don't need a paper. I'm just gonna type it in and click the box." And I was like, I almost couldn't understand what she was trying to show me because I couldn't write it down. Like, you have to write the problem and then write your workout. And
nope. I'm probably still gonna be like that though. I still like to write stuff out. I can't do math.
But your son won't. That's the thing. Your son won't. Just watch.
I believe you, but that's crazy to me because I just feel like as a person that loves school, like I could go to school the rest of my life because I love learning. Right, I really love school. What I'm saying is, I always felt that there's 3 ways to remember something.
Okay.
First, you hear it, and then you write it down, and then you regurgitate it.
Okay.
Like you say it to somebody else. So typing it in the computer don't really register because it's the physical movement for me that really gets ingrained in my brain.
Okay.
On the computer, I just feel like there's no effort. Like, we send text with no effort. Like, I just feel like it's thoughtless.
That's why people say thoughtless things on the internet.
You know what I mean? Like,
you just put it together.
It's thoughtless.
Yeah.
Like, you do it, but it's just like me just blurting out something crazy.
Right.
As I was going through my research.
Okay.
Man, we had a really great conversation. It's around the time we really started to catch our wind. You could feel the draft, not the draft, but you could feel the breeze on our faces. We're running down the podcast lane.
Okay.
Life with morals or without. We had a great conversation. And that wasn't even the topic of the day. We ended up saying if your your income was based on how well you treated others,
okay,
what would the world look like? And I sat there and I re-listened to that one. It was a good one. That was one of the better conversations that me and you actually had. And so
that's interesting.
You said the same exact thing on the episode. You literally said the same thing. And so we get to this point where we are talking about finances. And I said that the world would be great, but you said the world would be great, but you would also get so much fake. So how can you tell who was really genuine? And our conclusion was, you can tell how good a person is by how they treat you when you're at your lowest.
Okay.
Or when they're going through their tougher times, how they act. Whether they have a death in their family or they just had a car wreck, how they respond to people talking to them, how to respond to people trying to help them.
Oh, and so it's at their low point.
When you're at your lowest point,
right,
would be how we would base, the moral scale. And I'll let you take it with from there. But man, that episode was like, re-listening to it was like a breath of fresh air. For me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just registers like, yeah, because you never really know a person until you don't know somebody until you know,
right,
until you understand what they can handle,
right,
what's their cap,
right.
You get what I'm saying? And how they feel about you.
Right.
Really, because
adversity can be crazy.
As a bartender, when people get drunk, my mom always said, drunk man never tell no tale. A drunk man would never lie to you. I'm sorry. Like, they may be drunk and they may be spewing information, but at some point, they had that feeling. I'm not saying that's how they felt. I'm saying they had that feeling. The brain will never think something that you didn't feel or thought about.
Well, that's why they call it liquid courage, right? It's like your the thing that causes you to be tactful or say like that's not a good thing to do gets dulled or goes away sometimes. And then so you're likely to do things those could be good or bad things. That's sometimes it'll loosen you up a little bit and, be able to be more of a sociable person. And for some people, they go too far and they do things that they should never be doing. But
and that's how I feel with same thing with when you're at your lowest point. I just feel that when you're going through, you're unintentionally can sometimes be hurtful.
Yeah.
On raw. And so, just that conversation, man, about morals. I just had to bring that up. I know you got a ton of episodes you want to talk about, but
no, you covered them pretty well.
Yeah. I jumped around.
For me, it's just, for me, it's the big interviews because I think that's when we kind of like proved our mettle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's one thing for us to get used to talking to each other and doing what we do, but some of those great questions, or the quick liners that you would give off when we're talking to people, are the most memorable to us. And we already, I don't want to belabor it, but obviously, the Chef Rosie podcast, because of how we got to do that. And you and I aren't close with her, so that was kind of nice to build that friendship and like be in her place of business and to get treated so well. Chef Dylan's a friend, so that it was fun to have him on and have him share his story. And a lot of people have blessed us already with either EJ, like either just coming on or listening and participating, whether on social media or listening to the podcast. So just seeing that growth and the camaraderie that we have, with our circle that's growing that's been the crazy part, right? Instead of like actually going down each of these episodes, because I think these episodes is kind of they're bookmarks for our growth. Because all these
people upon that.
Well, because all these people, we then like I felt like all our relationships turned a corner after we sat with them.
I know what you're going with.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like Emil. Like I met Emil. Emil came on. Then you met Emil personally.
And now I see him.
And now you see him.
A little bit more.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. So and that's the homie now, right? So like it kind of feels like this has been a gateway.
Kind of feels like we're building a life.
Kind of publicly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So as I look through this list,
the interview with Walter Carter and where'd you get married and who was responsible?
Right. All those things, right? So Walter's a good friend of ours, and we've worked with him several different times, but I'm kind of just, we talked about things that were going on in culture at that time. Your dad coming on. That was a blessing. That right there
was our catalyst for in person.
Yes.
That was our catalyst.
That was our catalyst for in person, which was another big step of growth. But I don't know, man. It's something about when you meet a friend's family and they accept you.
Oh, well,
and
that's the hats for sure.
And you know, you're just like, wow, like there are no lies told, right? He is who he says he is, even in front of his parents, and his parents are just like, that's why he's like that. They raised him. It's obvious, right? And they're like showing me all kind of love, and like your dad was a ball to have around to have on the podcast and to have a drink with your dad and just chop it up with Mr. Hatton.
He still be tuning in. He be locked in.
Yeah. Like that right there. I think you talk about the fun you had. That one was fun for me. Like I was on a high after that interview.
And we hung out.
Yeah.
For about, we hung out for like 2 hours.
Oh man, it was a long time. Like I think I got there at 9-10 in the morning. I didn't leave till like 3:30.
We did that was fun.
Yeah. Because I caught traffic on the way home.
Yeah.
So I was stopped there for a minute.
I think we made a few cocktails.
Yeah.
It's because I had to go to work.
We had breakfast, like, you know, we had lunch.
Yeah, we did the thing, man. Yeah, dang, we did have breakfast and
Yeah, a couple cocktails at the podcast.
Mama made banana bread.
Your mama made banana bread, yup. He told me the banana bread story.
Oh, yeah. She walked in.
There was a story to the banana bread.
Oh, she walked in. She see the bananas on the table.
Right.
She's like, what you doing with that? Not, hi, son.
Right.
How are you? How was your flight, Mom? None of that. You about to throw them away?
Yeah.
You make banana bread with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just how I grew up.
Right.
And I told you, I said, if anything, I'm a door down version of myself around people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always me, but I'm saying when I'm around my family, it's definitely elevated.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get like, people be like, oh, you always high energy. Oh yeah, I'm like baseline.
Yeah.
This is like baseline.
Yeah.
With the fam, it's like, it don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't stop. You know, we're talking, doing things.
It's such an authentic thing. So, you know, I feel blessed to have been a part of that even for a couple hours.
Man, and I just remember when we first did the in-person, I just remember me and you being like, that might be the move.
Yeah. We got to try to make this happen weekly now.
Yeah. And we have been.
And we have for the most part. In fact, a lot of times now, if there's a missed week, it's because we've dedicated to doing it in person over Zoom, just because it flowed better. And so we'd rather miss a week than.
I see, it's like we kind of set ourselves up. Like, I hate to say it, I don't know if we.
Well, this goes back to what I was saying about doing things publicly.
Yeah.
Because see, now we did that publicly, and we said we're now doing, you know, in person. So like now you're like, oh, if I can't get there, then we just gonna wait, right?
Yeah,
like we've kind of made that decision because we forced ourselves into that pattern. It's like we're gonna have to turn on this camera every time now.
And what I'm saying though is, it's almost like we warmed ourselves up though. You started me off on Zoom, like, okay, yeah. And then we did the interviews on Zoom. And then we did our first in person, getting used to talking to each other across a table.
Right.
And then we did interviews in person.
Right.
And then we got the camera.
Yep.
It's like a little,
yeah.
Not that we give you out of the blueprint. Like, you want to start a podcast, you already got a camera, right? You're so much more advanced than us. You're so cooler than us. We don't care. All right. This is how we do it at RTB. We don't care. That's how we do it at RTB, right? We take our time. We do it right. We do it at our own pace. We have a good time. All right. In the future, we might have a drink in front of us, right?
Yeah, it could happen.
And we might have to hurt.
It's happened before.
We might have to hurt some of y'all feelings. I'm just kidding. I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But one last thing I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Before we close it up, one last episode. And that was the gender roles episode.
Oh.
Super.
Okay.
It was episode 17.
Okay. 17.
And it was just like,
oh, what roles do we play? Yeah.
What roles do we play? And I think my most memorable moment from that episode is just the agreement that times have changed. And I think I just wanted to reiterate that some people still practice gender roles, but I want to let people know out there while we got the camera, if you not practice the gender roles from 40 years ago, you are not wrong. All right. His wife worked. My wife worked. He cooked sometimes. I cook sometimes. He do laundry sometimes. I do laundry sometimes. It's not that deep. But
take care of the babies, all of it.
Once again, if you practice those gender roles in your house, that's fine. Do what's right. And you summed up by saying everybody's situation is different.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think more people need to understand it. And now with this camera, I hope more people understand that the situation is all circumstantial. Right? Sometimes you get caught up on social media and you see this lady who at home cooking all day long and her man go out and make 6 figures and they come home and they look like Little House on the Prairie.
Well, not everybody make it. Yeah, I also play 6 figures. I got it.
You know what I mean? And they looking like Little House. So, you know, thank you. Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean?
That's what 6 figures will get you now?
No. And maybe in South Carolina. Yeah.
Ma, have we fallen?
I'm just saying, 6 figures ain't nothing.
Ain't nothing now. Woo.
I'm just letting y'all know it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, don't everything ain't what it's saying. I think people need to hear that.
Yeah, I think it's true. I mean, you know,
because
you got to do it your way. Whatever's good for you and your family and your belief system and whatever, and you have to take pride in that. But also know we now live in a world where most of America, like you both probably got to work. So that means you really can't do typical gender roles unless, I guess, she has a part-time job and he has a full-time job. Then I guess you can kind of do that. But if you're both working full-time and staggered hours or whatever, like you and your wife, to make your household work, you guys have staggered hours.
And we don't.
You don't even see each other. Like you have to schedule
time
to even hang out with your wife. You know, like I'm lucky enough that that's not where I'm at. I understand your dynamic because that's how my parents had to do it several different times. My daddy was home, my mama wasn't. My mama was home, my daddy was. Like it was just, you know, and then they had to manage their relationship, and you know, kudos to them for doing that. But that's hard for most people. But
you gotta be intent.
I was gonna say, you know, I know we're getting to the end of this thing, but
no, I don't want it to end.
What I love is that in our own way, without picking sides, without, you know, and maybe sometimes we did pick sides, but you know,
what you talking about?
Being clear about where we stand and making room for everybody and not being hateful. I think that's what I want to say.
Oh yeah, we definitely pick sides.
We have talked about a lot of things that are near and dear to our heart, and we haven't run away from those topics. Whether it's the gender roles, whether it's something that happened in politics, even though we don't get political on this show. Whether it was Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I thought that's when we were going to get some pushback when we made our statement about how we felt about Charlie Kirk, because people are very polarized about that. And we said what we said, damn it. And that was it, you know, and, like,
what?
I'm proud that we could stand together on that.
Yeah.
And just say, you know, as human beings, this is where we are, like, regardless of like the political stances and all those sorts of things. So those are the things that I still continue to look forward to and be game changers and trailblazers in that sense, and raising the bar. So that's what we do. That's how we do it. You know what I mean? Like we got to continue to do this, man. Like this is it, man.
People gonna feel us on this.
Oh man. But yeah, before we close out, brother,
hey,
we got to keep doing it.
It's only up from here.
It's only up from here.
Y'all see it. Y'all just don't know what we about to do. We about to get me off the mic. Get me off the mic. I'm done.
You done? He done.
I'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Raising the Bar with Ron Trevay. If you like what you heard, do us a favor and share the podcast with a friend. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast also. New episodes every Wednesday. You can leave us a comment on the episodes where you stream them on Instagram at rtb.podcast or send us a direct email at rtb.podcast25@gmail.com. That's rtb.podcast, the number 25 @gmail.com. See you next week.